Thanks for being with us. It's now time for Media Watch. Aurore Dupuis joins me in the studio. Hello to you, Aurore.
Hi, Rebecca.
So you're going to take us through what's been going on online. Just 3 minutes before the US presidential elections, Twitter's launching a new app and it's going to measure the candidates' popularity rate.
Indeed, and you can read all about this in L'Express magazine, and the application is called Twitter Political Index. Now, it pits Barack Obama against his rival Mitt Romney, and every day more than 400 million tweets are being analysed, and the aim is to find out what people are thinking about these two candidates, what they're thinking about the campaign, do they have any critics. And so at the end of the day, both candidates are graded, and they're graded from 0 to 100, and obviously the higher the grade, the more popular you are. And at the launch of this app, well, Barack Obama was indeed more popular with a total of 44, and Romney only had 26.
That doesn't surprise me after that foreign tour, though, and all those gaffes. A lot of tweets were moaning about that.
Yes, and especially also as Mitt Romney is already caught in accusations that he reportedly bought followers on Twitter in a bid to boost his image on the World Wide Web.
Right, now we're going to move on to Obama's page. Have we looked at that?
Yes, let's take a look at Obama's page. Obama, who has, by the way, more than 18 million followers on his Twitter page. So there you go. And you can see Barack Obama on the phone here, in a jet, calling the US women's gymnastics team. That's the group of 5 teenagers who clinched the gold medal earlier on Tuesday, and they were named the Fab Five, as you know. And another Olympic champion received a phone call from the President of the United States, and that is Michael Phelps, the American swimmer. You can see that there. In USA Today, he describes his phone conversation with the President, and he says it was pretty cool to speak to him. Those are his words. And obviously he deserved that phone call because, as you know, he's won 20 medals in the Olympics.
He's the greatest Olympian of all time now.
Absolutely. And so he said that the President told him everybody supported him and encouraged him, and obviously was backing him and supported him, was very proud of him. And before hanging up, the President reportedly said, "And make sure that you tell your mum I said hi."
I think that might have made the mum's day. Now, the US and China are for now in the lead, of course, in the medal table. They've got nearly 20 golds each. This has brought back to light the controversy of the way that Chinese athletes are trained.
Yes, and the Daily Mail is printing some really gripping photos on their website. Photos taken at a training camp in Nanning in southern China. And you can see there a photo of a girl who's crying, and her coach is actually standing on her legs. And children as young as 5 years old are being sent to those training camps, trained to become future Olympic champions. And so the article describes the training sessions, how difficult they are and how ruthless they are. And let's take a look at some more photos there of some boys hanging in their underwear. And you've got another one there of another little girl crying and a boy crying as well.
They're so incredibly young, aren't they?
Absolutely. And if you look at the comments underneath the article, some of them are appalled by what's going on in China, but others, however, people writing from all over the world, some people are saying, well, do you know what, parents just want a better life for their kids, and maybe that's the only way they know how to, is to train their kids that way to become champions. Another web user says, well, do you know what, try harder yourselves, at least you can't blame the Chinese for using drugs.
It's a very competitive world out there, that's for sure. Now we're moving on to the Russian president. He's over in London. He met with Prime Minister David Cameron there, spot of judo.
Yes, and it's the first time that Vladimir Putin comes to Britain in 7 years. And he went to Downing Street, as you know, to talk about serious issues like trade security, human rights, but also the war in Syria. As you know, his visit comes just 2 weeks after Russia and China both vetoed the UN resolution against Syria. Now, after the meeting, as you said, Vladimir Putin went on to watch a judo game. And now that, you can read all about that in the Daily Telegraph. And it says it's just another chance for the Russian president to boost his action man image. As you know, we've seen him hunting tigers, chasing whales, playing ice hockey. We've seen in pretty much every single photo opportunity.
Deep sea diving, yeah, he's done everything, hasn't he?
Exactly.
And of course, he's got the credentials this time.
He does, and he himself is a black belt, and he's a former St. Petersburg champion. So obviously the Mayor of London's aware of that, and Boris Johnson did ask a little request from Vladimir Putin. Let's take a listen.
I hope he'll take part. Isn't he a dad? I think that's what we want to see. Stripped to the waist. We want the politicians' Olympics. It's very good to see President Putin, in the sense that I hope very much that we'll be able to do plenty of deals with Russia, and I've no doubt that will be top of the agenda.
Oh, he's a cheeky one, isn't he, Boris Johnson? Thanks very much, Audrey Pui. That was Media Watch.